Welcome, college algebra and pre-calc families. I'm so excited to have, for the most of you, I'm so excited to have you back. A few families, you're new. Welcome to the family here in the Beaver Room at Zimmerman Middle High School. So I am Julie Beaver, and I have the awesome opportunity to teach pre-calculus and college algebra. So just in case you can't make it to open house, or even if you can, here's just a quick little video of kind of what's going to happen this year. So if you have questions, this might take care of it. Either that or give me a holler, and I would love to chat through more of it with you. So this year I am teaching 2 sections of pre-calc and 1 section of college algebra. The reason that these classes are so cool is because assuming the kids qualify for the college credit, I'll tell you about that in a second, they just automatically get college credit for taking my class here at Zimmerman High School. So there are some qualifications with MCA scores or ACT scores, or the students took an Accuplacer test earlier this year, and if they got certain scores on those, they automatically get 3 college credits, 3 math credits for the college algebra class, or 5 college credits for pre-calc. They don't have to take an extra test like an AP or anything like that. Just the grade that they get in my class goes on their transcript at Pine Community and Technical College, which is in Minnesota State. It's in the Minnesota State college system. And so they automatically get those credits, which that's amazing, and an amazing money savings. If your child chooses not to take this class for college credit, totally cool. They still get a credit here, math credits here at Zimmerman High School. Just a few things. So 3 credits for college algebra and 5 credits for pre-calc. Some quick things about how are we going to organize the class. Well, a whole bunch of your kids are returners, and one of the things that they've told me is, Beaver, we would like it if you were more organized. So I'm working on that this year. So here's what I've done. Your kid will get a hard copy of this, and it will be on Schoology. But what I've done is just taken the whole semester and broken it down into the 2 quarters. And so this, I think the one I'm holding is pre-calc, but college algebra looks basically the same. I am taking master's level math classes right now at Minnesota State Moorhead, and my professors just give me a syllabus. Here's exactly what's happening throughout the whole semester. And so that's what I've done. So when the kids get their syllabus, there's like the 4-page syllabus, and then this is the part that goes at the end. It says, hey, your first exam is on this day, and all of the exams are laid out. I think that's a better system, because otherwise sometimes we get bogged down with snow days or all sorts of other things. And because it's a college course, there's things that we have to get done that students would get done if they were at Pine Tech and Community College. So we have to get them done here. So everything will be laid out. For the most part, I have all the assignments ready to go, and I'm really excited about that concrete organization, and I think that the kids, and probably you, will appreciate that. Also, every day, if they were actually going to class at Pine Tech, they would not have class 5 days a week. They would have it maybe 4 days. So what I'm planning to do this year, we're going to try it, and if it doesn't work, we'll monitor and adjust. But we're going to have a flex day every week, at least the weeks that have 5 days in them. And students will be expected to come to my classroom still, because we don't have open campus. So they have to come here, but that 1 day a week will be not direct teaching, but study grouping and figuring out how to do things. Please I sent you a second video of what my classroom looks like. Some of you have been here, some of you haven't, but it's hugely non-traditional furniture. We've got some kitchen tables, some couches, some regular desks, because some kids like desks. But it will be more group work and figuring out, okay, what do I need to do as a student to be successful as we go through this class. I've got an exam coming up. I have to get my work done. I have questions, and I don't have time to ask questions. It will be question day and figuring out with their people. So I'm really excited for what that will look like and how that will come about. This course We will have 2 categories in the grading. We'll have summative, which is assessments, tests, projects, stuff like that. And then formative, we're going to do 80%. So the test will be worth 80% of a student's grade. And then the home fun assignments will be worth 20. I've tried moving around those percentages, and if I don't do 80-20, if I do 90-10, or I tried 100% summative one year, and then nobody does their homework, and then they fail, and they're like, why am I failing? Because you didn't do the work. But there you have it. So 80-20. Also, because this is a college course, if a student was actually taking this at Pine Community and Technical College, there would be no retakes on tests. And so I feel like it's very important that I'm not only helping kids learn math, yet getting them ready for the real world. And if they choose to go to tech school, college, anything like that, they're not going to have the opportunity to retake. So I'm going to make a compromise. Kids can take they can retake 1 assessment per quarters. That really means at least this semester, they can have 1 first quarter, 1 second quarter. And then we'll rethink that for semester 2. However, if they didn't do their home fun or all of the work up front, and then they're like, oh, I need to retake this test because I didn't do very well. Sorry, you're out of luck. There is just a big piece. If you don't do the preparation, of course, you're not going to do very well, but you can't just take the test to figure out what's on it and then retake it again the second time after you did your work. That's not going to fly. So in order to do retakes, they'll have to have all of the home fun done before the first try in order to receive a second try. And I understand that sometimes life happens and there are extenuating circumstances, and if that's the case, then your student should for sure come and talk to me. But in general, if you just didn't do the work because you wanted to figure out what was on the test first, we're not going to play that game. It's a college class. Let's see, what else? Some extra help things. We'll have those flex days. And then, because the students are technically students at Pine Tech as well, they have a subscription to something called tutor.com, and they get 15 free hours per semester of tutoring via tutor.com if I'm not here. But I'm here generally in the mornings, usually in the afternoons. Wednesdays don't work in the afternoon, and Thursday mornings are hard because I have hall duty, which is my favorite day of the week. But most days, if kids check with me, we'll figure out how to get them the help, and they will have other people in their class that they can get help from as well. Let's see, what else do you need to know? Your student needs to have stuff for class. At this point in time, they're 10th, 11th, 12th grade. They should know how they organize themselves. I would recommend a couple things though. Color pencils. We'll do a ton of color coding to make sure we can understand some of the more detailed math things. If your child doesn't like color, then they don't need colored pencils. But I find a lot of kids really like having colored pencils or pens. Highlighters, they should have a few highlighters. A folder maybe. I will print off a bunch of the notes, but then they'll need paper to do exercises. Chromebook every day. Sometimes we'll use phones for Kahoots and games and things like that, but in general, I found that if my phone is by me, I can't do anything because I'm too busy checking whatever alert just happened, and all of a sudden it's half an hour later and I'm on social media again. So for the most part, we're just going to have phones out of the way, use Chromebooks when needed. If it works in your budget, I highly recommend that you get a TI-84. The color is really nice if your student can see color. If they're colorblind, then it's not helpful, which sometimes happens. And if it's an extra $20 to get the color, not worth it. But if it's about the same price, go for it. Used works just fine. We do have calculators. However, my classroom set that I had 3 years ago has dwindled to maybe 20, which is not enough for all the kids. So if they can get their own calculator, that'd be awesome. So thanks for listening. That was a 10-minute conversation, but so excited to have your student back for most of them, and some of them glad to get to meet them. If you ever have questions or comments, please email me and I will respond in a timely manner, and then hopefully I'll just see you out in the community or at games. So again, have a great day, and I will hopefully meet you and your student very soon.